Today, we're gonna be cooking and tasting the original 1955 Disneyland menu, including some forgotten menu items that you probably never even heard of.
Wow.
Here's a map of Disneyland in the 1950s. We'll be starting our journey here, in Frontierland, at a Mexican-themed restaurant called Casa de Fritos.
When Disneyland opened in 1955, Walt Disney was basically broke and in a rush to make some money back. But get this, they built the entire park in 1 year, which meant half of it was still under construction when people showed up on opening day. So Disney needed restaurants, but they couldn't afford to build them. So they just started calling up food companies and were like, hey, wanna open up a restaurant in Disneyland? I want to learn more about this, so I had to ring up an expert.
Well, if you're a Disney fan and love food, then we have a treat for you. Marcy Smothers.
Her name is Marcy Smothers.
She's the author of Eat Like Walt.
And author Marcy Smothers.
You know her from Walt-focused books like Eat Like Walt and Walt's Disneyland. Marcy Smothers.
Well, I want to write a book about the food of Disneyland because it's the best place on earth.
Well, my name is Marcy Smothers. I'm a Disney historian and author.
What about Casa de Fritos, the restaurant?
That's a big story. You think about 1955, tacos were not ubiquitous in California at all, right? It was a novel food. In fact, one of the signs for Casa de Fritos says Spanish food, you know.
One of those companies was Fritos, you know, the corn chip brand with the red and yellow bag. So Fritos opened up a restaurant called Casa de Fritos, where on the menu they had things like tamales, enchiladas, and what I'm making right now, tacos in a tuck-up. It's basically like a mini taco salad, but 1955 Disneyland style.
There's a man named C.K. Doolin, and in the 30s, he bought the recipe for Fritos. And he worked, you know, to perfect that. And so Frito-Lay became the sponsor. It was an interesting inventor. He had other patents, including the taco he called an open-faced taco, but really it's more like what we would consider a small fried tortilla bowl today.
Did Disneyland invent the taco salad? Maybe. They also served something called a Frito chili pie, which sounds fancy, but it's pretty much just some homemade chili on top of Frito chips and a little cheddar cheese. So on opening day, lunch at Casa de Fritos was tacos in a tuck-up, Frito chili pie, and a bottle of Coke.
Right off the bat, this thing is like super 1950s, like Tex-Mex. This might be the first ever taco salad, huh?
Yeah. Cheers.
Let's go.
I gotta tell you, I was not expecting it to be this good.
I love the idea of like having a taco shell.
It makes it convenient. Look, when you're at like a theme park, I want to walk around and just take a bite. Let's go ahead and try to think back to the opening day of Disneyland, and me and you are walking down the park, and I go, "Hey, Brian, look, there's a Frito pie there."
Oh, do you want to get a Frito pie with me?
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Wow.
One of the most perfect chips in the world. Like, it's so good.
Why do they even call it a pie?
I know, right? That's where Frito pie these days is like bag of Fritos.
Yep.
Where they put the chili beans in there and all the toppings.
Yep.
But this is accurate to like the way it was back then. We saw the photo.
Okay, Brian, for every dish, we're gonna rate it 1 out of 5 Mickey Mitts. And what do you rate Casa de Fritos? Go ahead while I eat.
Just like off the top, just off taste and off like the cool history behind it. And it's just fascinating. For me, easily 4 Mickey Mitts out of 5.
Wow, I don't disagree with you. So I'm gonna go ahead and give this a 4.5 Mickey Mitts out of 5. It was absolutely delicious. I ate the whole tuck up.
Setting the bar high.
Yeah, but let's go ahead and head over to our next restaurant in Fantasyland.
Before Disneyland even existed, America was obsessed with ice cream. In the 1950s, ice cream parlors were everywhere. People went there to hang out, go on dates, meet up with friends. It was like the thing to do. So when Disneyland opened, Walt put Carnation Ice Cream Parlor right on Main Street for a reason. You see, opening day was chaotic. There were long lines, it was the middle of summer, but give families ice cream and they'll forgive anything. And what better way to sell ice cream than slapping Disney's biggest characters on it? Snow White and Peter Pan weren't just characters, they were massive. Snow White came out in 1937 and was still Disney's biggest movie. Peter Pan had just come out 2 years before the park opened, so kids were obsessed. Carnation knew exactly what they were doing when they named Sundays after them. The Snow White Sundae and Peter Pan Sundae were on the original 1955 menu, right alongside stuff like Chef's Salad, which I'm also making because apparently apparently people ate salad at ice cream parlors back then. So on opening day lunch, or I guess dessert at Carnation Ice Cream Parlor, was chef salad, the Snow White sundae, and the Peter Pan sundae.
Dude, look how vintage this salad looks. It looks so like 1950s. It doesn't look too appetizing, but we're gonna try it here on camera just for you guys.
Let's go ahead. It also came with Thousand Island dressing. Cheers.
Cheers. I'm not a mom or dad, but I quite enjoy it. Also, it's weird to have a chef salad at an ice cream parlor. What's even weirder is if you look at the menu, it says all the sandwiches that were on the menu back then, it came with a side of cottage cheese. I'm not a big fan of cottage cheese, are you?
No, not at all. I don't think anyone is.
But I know what I'm a big fan of.
Ice cream. Peter Pan sundae and Snow White sundae. But let's go ahead and start off with the Peter Pan. Cheers.
Cheers, dude. That's so delicious. I mean, you can't go wrong with an ice cream sundae.
Let's go ahead and try the Snow White sundae. This is topped with shredded coconut. Cheers, my dude.
Cheers.
It tastes incredible, and I love that the shredded coconut is like something you chew on afterwards. So it's like a little treat after the treat. I think it's a nice touch.
Another weird thing about it was, if you want to pull that into frame, we have some Welch's grape juice, which is just like iconic 1950s, like some grape juice with ice cream and a chef salad.
I mean, they served it at the restaurant, you know?
Ready?
I gotta say, listen, the chef salad, I can't believe it was a popular menu item. But I get it, parents were there. But the ice cream sundae, I believe, saved Carnation for me. 3 out of 5 Mickey Mitts.
I was thinking exactly the same thing. 3 out of 5 Mickey Mitts for me. I think I'm good off the chef salad.
But Brian, we're not done yet. We're just getting started, and we're gonna stay in Fantasyland, but we're gonna be going to the Chicken of the Sea pirate ship restaurant.
All right, while we're on the topic of sponsors doing wild stuff, Chicken of the Sea, the tuna can company, didn't just open a restaurant. They built an actual pirate ship, like a full-scale ship you could walk into and eat. And in 1955, this was insane. Kids were losing their minds. The timing was perfect. Like I mentioned earlier, Peter Pan had just come out in 1953, so pirate stuff was everywhere. And here's the thing, in the 50s, canned food was massive, so tuna wasn't a big deal. You could say it was boring, but it was cheap, it was easy, and every mom in America had like 6 cans in the pantry. Tuna casserole, tuna salad, tuna sandwiches, it was everywhere.
There. Consistently delicious chicken of the sea. Look for my little sister on the label.
So Chicken of the Sea knew exactly what they were doing. Make it fun, make it themed, and suddenly you're not just eating plain old canned tuna. You're eating it on a freaking pirate ship at Disneyland.
Well, in 1954, again, Walt didn't operate any of his feeding operations. They knew they wanted something, tying in Peter Pan. They went to Chicken of the Seas and they went to StarKiss to see who would be interested in being the sponsor, paying for all of it, essentially, right? And Chicken of the Seas won because they had the blonde mermaid, quite Disney-esque.
The menu had stuff like tuna burgers and a hot tuna pie, which sounds weird now, but back then it was a go-to. So lunch on opening day at Chicken of the Sea pirate ship was hot tuna pie, tuna burgers, and a black coffee.
We actually used the same recipe that was at the restaurant.
One thing that's really weird though is the coffee.
A different time, man.
I don't know about you, but for me that's delicious.
That's a no for me, man. You know what I love? Nice, beautiful sushi tuna. But tuna in a can, I never really loved
This
it.
guy.
Maybe the pie will change my mind.
Okay, we'll see how you did, my friend.
Cheers. That one's not bad. Oh wow, a little spicy. Oh, that's really good. Tuna pie, surprised me. But again, don't love the flavor of canned tuna. I'm gonna go ahead and give this a 1.5 out of 5 Mickey Mouse.
Dude, it was a pirate ship that you went into, man. I know the taste for you is a little bit of an acquired taste, but dude.
Okay, let me try the coffee at least. Let me try the coffee. 2 Mickey Mitts.
I'm gonna go ahead and give it 4 Mickey Mitts out of 5.
What?
I mean, I like the flavor. Also, just it's a pirate ship, dude. So a life size.
That is cool. You're right. You're right. You're right. Okay, so Fritos, Carnation, Chicken of the Sea. Man, Walt really had a ton of food sponsors lined up to make Disneyland happen. He needed help with the food, and on a much smaller scale, I need help with food too. I cook for you guys on camera all the time, but at home, I need something quick and easy, and that's where